if we're going to find the actual average length of the words in the Gettysburg Address, but we're not actually going to make a list of every single word and how long it is, okay? We're going to do it by sampling. You can see that each line is marked with a number. There are 18 lines, okay? Flip over to the back. Here are the ways that we are going to sample our data. Some of them are going to be more effective than others. We're going to talk about why the ones that worked and why the ones that weren't so great. But we want to get all of them so that we have that to discuss. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to write a number on your paper, 1 through 10, and then you're going to partner up, and this is the method that you're going to use. Okay. Actually, first, let's look at number 1 first. If we find the length of the shortest word in each line, what is the shortest word in the first line? A. Okay, and how long is it? 1. So I would put a 1 right down here. Okay. Second line, what's the shortest word? In or to. Either of them are both 2 letters long. Do you guys see how to do this? Okay, so not everybody write this down because you're not going to be doing this way. Only 1 or 2 of you is going to do it this way. Okay, are there any others that we need to talk about? Like finding the middle word in each line, so you kind of have to know how long the word is to find the middle word. Does that make sense? All right, here we go. I'm going to come around. Okay, so after you have your list of data, you're going to go to Desmos, okay? You're going to do a list like L equals yada, 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 enter all your data, and then you're going to make a dot plot. You guys remember doing this? I'm going to leave this up here so that when you're ready, you know how to do the language steps. Okay, that's it. So we're looking at right now this Google form where everyone put their sampling methods in. Is everybody looking at this with me? Yeah. Okay. So what you're doing right now is looking at all the dot plots and telling me if any of them seem less representative of the average word length. Okay? Less representative. So which ones do you think are bad estimates of the average word length? What do you guys think? Any that are really bad estimates?
5.
5?
Yeah.
What's wrong with 5?
Ugly.
Really?
Whoever did it.
Look at the 4 line.
What's wrong with the 4?
So wait. Yeah, that's yours.
But you don't have to calm down like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay, ignore that for now.
How do you have a 0.5?
I don't know. All right. Hey guys, look. Look at number 1. If we take the shortest word in every sentence, is that going to give us an accurate idea of what the average word length is? No. Okay, so it's ones like this one that should be like sketch. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, what other ones are really bad estimates, do you think? 2? Why 2? What does it say? Length of the what?
Longest.
Yeah, these are the longest ones. So this is going to be longer than the average value, right? Okay. All right, next.
We need to write these down.
Guys, what do you think the tendency of a measurement process to systematically overestimate or underestimate the true measure of a phenomenon is called? Underestimating or overestimating? So, like messing up your data. What do we call that? It's a short little word. It starts with a B. Bias. What? I mean, only write down what you want to remember. You know what I mean? Okay. Guys, we're going to flip over to the next page. Accuracy versus precision. Not right now. Okay, so we are going to put these words on these blanks. One is accuracy and one is precision. Which one do you think goes where?
Accuracy is the second.
Okay, we have one vote for accuracy being the second one.
No, accuracy. Oh, accuracy the first. Accuracy.
Okay, we're getting more votes for this one. What do you guys think? The true value would be what?
The first.
Okay. Well, you guys are right. This one's accuracy. Okay, this one is precision. Okay. Identify which of the dot plots you made for the Gettysburg Address. Identify which of the dot plots demonstrate low accuracy and which demonstrate high accuracy. So we're going to put low over here and high over here. So go through on your screen. I want you to write down which ones you think have low accuracy and which ones have high accuracy. We already talked about two bad ones, yeah. This is the most important part of what we were doing today. Can you wait? Okay. So notice that accuracy and precision both deal with closeness. Okay, accuracy is how close the measurements are to the true value, and precision is how close the measurements are to each other. Like, let's say that I'm trying to throw my ball every time to Carly. I'm throwing to Carly every time, but every time instead of going to Carly, it goes to Robert. Okay, my accuracy is terrible, but like every time it ends up with Robert, so my precision is awesome. Does that make sense?
So aim for your computer.
Pretty much. Okay. All right, who's got some low accuracy dot plots? 1 and 2. What else? 3. Maybe. Okay. 4's looking pretty good. 5 is questionable. I don't know how we got those like half points.
0.5 more.
Any other ones that? Ooh, look at 7.
Oh, 7.
7. That one's brutal.
1 through 7.
Okay. So 1, 2, 7. Which other ones do we say?
3.
3, maybe.
5.
3 didn't look that bad to me, actually. All right. What about high accuracy?
Maybe
4.
8. Okay, I like 8. What else?
6.
6. 6 isn't bad. What about? Okay, I know that these 2 dots are questionable, but look at the rest of the dots. They're not terrible. Maybe 5. What about? What did you guys say? 4? Well, all right. Which ones demonstrate low precision and which ones demonstrate high precision? So they don't necessarily have to be anywhere near what we think the mean might be. I think the mean is like 4.3. Do you have that on your paper? Down toward the bottom? Does it say?
Actual mean of about 4.2.
Yeah. Okay, so it has an actual mean of about 4.3. So to be precise, they don't actually have to be grouped around 4.3. They just have to be like consistent with each other. So like every time I'm trying to throw to Carly, I actually throw to Robert, but I make it to Robert every time. Does that make sense? Okay. So look through the dot plots and see which ones are like consistent even if they're consistently bad. Does that make sense? Some of them will have both high accuracy and high precision. And some of them can be precise without being accurate. Right. Okay, what was that one? This number 6. We kind of had like this little oddball. That's not super accurate, but that's not super precise, but overall it was kind of accurate. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So they're not necessarily mutually exclusive, but having one doesn't mean you're the other. Okay, so which ones did you say were high precision? 8. Okay, what else? 4, 6, and 5. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay, which ones were low?
1, 2, 7.
Let's look at 1. Okay, now look at 1. We know that the average is like 4.3, so somewhere right here. So these are kind of off, but aren't they kind of clustered together? Okay, so this is actually precise, but not accurate. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. Probably a good idea. Okay. Let's look at the notes again. Okay, what is the difference? What is the difference between accuracy and precision?
Accuracy is how close measurements are to the true value that's being estimated, and precision is how close the measurements in a measurement process are to one another.
So if we're looking at like a Venn diagram between accuracy and precision, they both have to deal with closeness, right? But for accuracy, what do they have to be close to? Yeah, the measurement, the actual measurement. And in precision, what are they close to? Hey, can you put that away? They're close to each other. Okay, how could bias affect accuracy? Okay, so which sampling methods do you think had the most bias in them? And it could be for different reasons. So was sampling method 1 biased? If we're always picking the shortest word?
Yeah.
Okay, what about sampling method 2, where we're always picking the longest word?
Yeah.
Okay, so wouldn't those like systematically underestimate or overestimate the value? Okay, what about the one who got to pick their own any 18? Yeah.
That's pretty much.
Number 7 had to pick their own 8. They got to pick any ones they wanted. Okay, that self-selection is an introduction of bias, right? Okay. So weren't those some of the most inaccurate ones? Yeah. Okay. All right, next page. How could you improve the accuracy of the samples that you are for the attribute that you are measuring? Yeah.
Maybe by selecting every other word.
Every other word, that would
Right,
definitely give us a bigger sample, yes. Selecting every other word. Who had selecting the first word? Was that one pretty biased or no? In a lot of sentences that I start, I don't necessarily start the sentence with a longer word. You know what I mean? I tend to start sentences with a shorter word. So maybe picking like the second word or the fifth word or something for every line. Well, I guess it's not always the start of a sentence because you guys went by line, right? Okay, well then never mind. Any other ideas? So basically more randomization and a bigger sample size? Okay. How could you improve the precision of the samples for what you are measuring? Have a different experiment? What do you mean? Okay, we're gonna come back to that.
Well, I'm gonna
Okay, hit it.
like doing the same, like if I'm choosing every other word, like I'm staying with the same, like I'm being consistent in what I do.
Right.
And like I'm doing the same measurements as it, like, does that make sense? Like,
Consistency.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So no self-selection. Yeah, that's good.
like if I'm throwing a dart, I'm gonna stay consistent and like throw it with my right hand and stay with my right hand.
So are you talking about eliminating variables?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. All right. Last one. I think everybody should be able to do this like on their own / in pairs. I want you to describe each target below as either low or high accuracy and low or high precision. Okay, so if you haven't done it, do it right now. Go. All right, what did you guys say for this one? Low precision?
Not bad.
Okay, what about him? Higher accuracy
Oh yeah.
and lower precision. Because they're getting closer to the center of the target, but they're not that close to each other. Okay, what about this?
Low accuracy.
Okay,
In high.
And high precision.
correct.
High on both.
Both high. Good. All right, that's the end.